Good evening. Okay, so I'm going to give an update about what's going on down here in the lower east drift zone. So we'll start with seismicity. Seismicity in the last week, we had about 18 different events. The eruption site is basically, as you know, in Leilani, and you can see that there's a paucity of earthquakes in that area. So seismically, this area has been quiet in the last week. If we go to deformation, this is how the ground changes shape and form. And so we use GPS to register the changes within the earth. And the deformation monitors down below here show contraction, where the lava has evacuated into the Leilani area. But moving uprift in this area, there's one indicator, albeit very small, that may be an indication of inflation. But it may be in the noise. So this is something we're tracking. The changes are so small that we won't have certainty until a little bit more time passes. The graphs on the right just kind of show the trends showing down deflation, and then the eruption stopped. And then for a while, everything kind of went flat, and you can just see a tiny little uplift. So we're still watching. We think this is very small changes, nothing of great alarm yet. Okay, SO2 levels in the Leilani area have been, as you know, during the eruption, very high. And we're looking at values between 50 and 80,000 metric tons. That's a huge amount. And if we look down here, this is the recent time since about August 4th, when the volcano went quiet. And so we've expanded this view up here to show that between 50 and 250 metric tons has been recorded. And the last two measurements are down here at almost zero. Now, one of those times when we had zero, we could actually smell SO2. And the other time we had zero, we couldn't smell anything. What does that tell you? That tells you our noses are better than any other instrument that we have currently. So even though it's very low, it doesn't mean that it's zero. Okay? These are two different views into Fissure 8. So seismically, the volcano's quiet. Deformation-wise, down here in the rift zone, it's quiet. Gas-wise, it's quiet, but there's still red rock. So this is a view on August 31st of the crater within Fissure 8, and this is looking in the general direction of Kapoho. So you're looking down rift towards the ocean. And then on September 2nd, you can see that this whole pit has been filled up with lava. And it was active then. And today, there was still lava in the crater. And it's very low levels of activity. So, is the eruption over? Not yet.